Hello, beloveds. How are you? I hope all is well. I pray all is well. And if it's not, it will be. I'm noteworthy coming to you with your Oracle Wisdom card for the day. I was watching a reel, and there was this woman, and she was selling her doll. She has this black doll. It has our texture hair, black hair, texture hair, and this little girl was at the counter. She was in love with this doll. She was infatuated with this doll. She was combing the hair. She was it had little outfits and stuff on the table and perm rods, and she was grabbing the perm rods and trying to put it in the doll's hair. And I was like, oh, I want the doll. I want the baby doll. And it just brought me back to it just brought me back to my childhood, wanting a doll. And I didn't have a lot of dolls because back in those days, there weren't dolls that looked like me. If you had a doll looked like yourself, it's because somebody made it. It was a cloth doll that somebody made, and so I had a lot of I had the Barbie Malibu house with the three or four floors and the elevator that you pull. I had the car. I just didn't like pink. Everything was pink. But and every time somebody gave me a doll, it was always a Barbie doll, so it was always a white doll. And my mother would try to give me these dolls. I had the baby wet doll. I had the doll that you feed. You mix up the stuff, and I had I think that one. I had Baby Alive. One of them dolls. It was rare to find, hard to find, but one of those like Baby Alive or one of those dolls. They had the dolls with the bottle when you turn it up and the milk would disappear, and then they had the one you actually feed, and I think that one was actually a black doll. But before then, if it was not a black doll, I could not have it. If somebody gifted it to me, my father would beat it up and compare it to me. Is this your lips? Is your hair blonde? It was like, no. And I had long hair, so he would never compare my hair to their hair, other than the fact that it wasn't, your hair is not straight. It's long, but it's not straight. It's not blonde. It's black. And do you look like this? Is this your nose? Is this your lips? This doll, it does not represent you. This is not beauty. This is not what you look like. You don't need makeup. You don't need, oh my goodness, over a doll. And I just want the doll, Daddy. Just want to play with the doll. So my aunties used to have to compromise, and a rag doll. I had that for a little while because I colored it. I found a marker or something, and I colored that bad boy in, and she lasted for a while. Raggedy Ann lasted for a while. Plus, she had red hair. She didn't have blonde hair, so she was able to stay. And then I had the Mickey Mouse doll, which was my favorite doll until it wasn't anymore. And he always asked me, do you know what a doll is? What is a doll? Tell me what is a doll. I'm like, it's a toy. It's just a toy. Exactly. And what do you do with toys? You play with them. Don't let nobody call you a doll. You're not a doll. You know what a doll is? It's an empty-headed object that you can do anything you want to with. Is that you? Are you an object? Are you empty-headed? So there you go. Traumatized, can't have a doll if it don't look like me. But yeah, that's the memory I had today. And the card of the day is listen to advice. Listen to advice. Guidance is needed to cross the ocean of life. You ain't never lie. Guidance is needed to cross the ocean of life. So, never let them see you sweat is what they said when I was coming up, but I'm saying don't let anybody call you a doll. And that's what I used to tell my friends. H-I-J-K-L. I know my alphabet. Okay. Don't let nobody call you a doll. Do you know what a doll is? So yeah, that's sticking in my head today. And I had somebody I used to date, and I know I still have them. I just don't know where they are. They're in a box somewhere. And I don't even know how he knew that I wanted a doll, but he bought me one of these American Girl dolls. It was a doll, a black doll on a stand. She had on a dress and she had a hat. And I love this doll. And I don't know how he knew that I wanted a doll, but he bought this doll. When I found out how much the doll was, I was like, oh my God. But he was an admirer of me, and we never dated. But because he used to gift me these beautiful gifts and send flowers and such to me all the time, I was like, okay, I'll go out with you. So every now and then, when I felt like, oh my gosh, he keeps bringing me all these gifts, I need to go out on a date with him. So I would go out with him because I felt like he's been so nice. I need to go out with him. But I just wasn't attracted to him. I'm sorry, he was really nice, but I just wasn't attracted to him. And I loved this doll. It was an American Girl doll. I can't remember her name. She had her own stand and everything. And I was grown. I was like 22, 23. And I displayed this doll with pride on my stereo that I was always on, always playing music, always at my stereo. So I saw it, interacted with it, played with it. He even brought me some clothes so I could change the clothes on there. Oh, I love that doll. It's got to be in a box somewhere. I know I have it in a box somewhere. And then I started collecting black angels. That's the other thing that I started doing. But anyway, I digress. Why I came to but yes, that's what I was thinking about today. So listen to advice. Guidance is needed to cross the ocean of life. Guidance is necessary to find your path. Don't enter the ocean blinded by pride. A guide is a shelter in your search. A guide, I'm going to say that again, is a shelter in your search. The road is long and you are blind. Your guide keeps watch over the way. Okay, because I wasn't understanding why this card came out, but I'm understanding now. An important aspect of the Sufi wisdom is following the guidance of a master or peer, P-I-R. A Sufi wayfarer cannot make a journey without the guidance of the peer, P-I-R, per peer, who points the way towards certain paths that he or his predecessors have traveled. Okay, ancestors, I hear you. Atar is guiding you here to listen to the advice of those who come from the heart. Atar is the one who wrote the poem that I read. Guidance is necessary to find your path. Don't enter the ocean blinded by pride. A guide is a shelter in your search. The road is long and you are blind. Your guide keeps watch over the way. Atar. Okay? So Atar is guiding you here to listen to the advice of those who come from the heart. A person who is connected with the heart is totally free and truly wants to share that freedom with the whole world. Okay, so I am understanding this because I have been trying to heal from childhood trauma. And I broke away from religion, which y'all hear me talk about. If you watched any of my videos, you'll know that's what I have done since the passing of my mother. The first time I was pulled out of religion was when my father passed. And I was pulled back into religion because I was still living in my mother's house and my grandmother was still alive. So they weren't having it. And the last time that I pulled out of religion was when my mother passed. So each time I lost a parent, I had a pull to leave religion, to seek my ancestors, to look to spirit, to look into self. And this last time when my mom transitioned, that was it for me. I was like, okay, I have to seek this out because I'm really not happy in this religion. I'm not fulfilled. I'm helping other people be fulfilled and accomplished and helped, but for me, nothing. It just, all I was doing was suppressing what I was really feeling and making myself available to serve. So recently, I've been having a problem trying to connect differently, change relationships, and attract something other than the dysfunction that I have been attracting. And going through the process of listening to my ancestors and listening to spirit, the unctions within me, I learned that I needed to do this thing called shadow work. And I was like, what is shadow work? And it was to deal with my trauma from childhood, which I thought I already did because I had forgiven and I had spoken with offenders that spirit led me to speak to. Not all of them, but at least the ones that I could get in touch with that were still alive. So I did that, and I realized that I wasn't over the childhood trauma and that there were other things that I suppressed that started coming up. And in the process, I just closed myself off. I stopped feeling, I stopped experiencing because I was reliving this shit like it happened yesterday. So in the process of trying to change the attachment behaviors and patterns and learned dysfunction, I began to close off my heart. And every time I would get to this point where, okay, I can't get to this point, why am I at this brick wall? And spirit would say, love, 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 your heart, open your heart, open your heart. So I was fed up with it. And I ran into, trying to make this quick, I ran into this program, and it was talking about how you could, how to go within yourself and figure out what your thing is, your block is. So I took this test. They told me what that my heart was wounded. And there were identities that needed to be changed. Yeah, identities. So I was like, okay, identities like personalities. And they were like, yes. And you have to confront them and release them. And I did not want to do that. I felt like I lived through enough trauma just trying to heal. I don't want to I don't feel like I have to keep opening wounds to remove this energy. And they were like, you don't. And I was like, yes, then I want to do this. This is what I want to do, because I don't want to, after remembering the last suppressed memory, I don't want to remember anything else. Whatever else is there. I mean, I know I said I wanted the truth, but my God. So, so I'm like, okay, good. I just need to transform this energy, get rid of it, loosen it, remove it, whatever I got to do, long as I don't have to remember. They were like, no, you just have to allow yourself to feel the pain, feel the emotions. Just feel it and then let it go. Don't hold on to it. Don't try to protect yourself from what you're feeling. Don't try to protect yourself from what you're seeing. Feel it and release it. And it will open up a whole new world for you, because that's your stumbling block. And of course, it's the heart chakra. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. So that's the newest venture that I'm on, 10-week journey with that. 10 classes. But yeah. All right, so Sufi wisdom is with you, tingling in your heart and singing in the cells of your being. Divine guidance is coming your way to remove the uncertainty about an issue in your life. Soon, clouds of uncertainty will lift, and love will guide you to meet the secrets within you. Even if up to now you have handled just about every facet of your life, you are currently facing a challenge that requires help from a wiser and more experienced source. Okay, I can't make this shit up. So, oh boy. So, beloved soul, your confusion over this matter is not caused by a negative reason, but rather by your lack of experience in dealing with such issues. True indeed, or else I would not be stuck. The guidance that you will receive is going to bring you fulfillment, because you are now forced to grow, to gain new insight, and to further develop your character. Follow that sacred offering and know that all is indeed for your benefit. Commit to asking for advice in matters in which you lack experience. You will seek the advice of those who come from the heart. Listen to advice. Guidance is needed to cross the ocean of life. What's the Regina Bell song? A whole new world. Okay. Listen to advice. Guidance is needed to cross the ocean of life. So indeed, I am at a point of transition and metamorphosis that requires me to trust. And I have to trust people who are coming from the heart. This is going to be a little challenging for me, but I know I'm capable of doing it. I'm looking forward to getting to the other side of this, because there's so much abundance that awaits me mentally, physically, psychologically, spiritually. And I'm here for it. I'm here for that. That's what I'm here for. Growth. And it's time for me to release control, to trust a heart outside of my own. I don't know about trust. Too many people. Yeah. But we'll see. But I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen. I trust my ancestors. I trust my creator. And I'm trusting that who they send is for me. And those who try to come that are not for me, they will handle. So, listen to advice, because guidance is needed to cross the ocean of life. That's our card for the day. I love you to life, and I'll see you in the future.